Let's see what kind of dumb stuff we can find online today. I like to call it aquarium tomfoolery on the internet.
Hey, it's okay. Mama's gonna clean you. Mama's gonna clean you. Gotta get you in that cup. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know what my immediate reaction is to this broad? I've got 3 daughters, 26, 20, 25, 24, 21. So close in age to this one. And all 3 of my daughters would have different reactions. The youngest one would be like, dude, are you okay? The middle one would be like, oh, honey, it's going to be fine. It's okay. You didn't hurt the fish. It's going to be fine. And the oldest one would be like, dude, what's wrong with you? Put your hand in there and take the stupid fish out and put it in the cup. What are you, an idiot? If I was in the room with this broad when she did that, my reaction would be more like what my oldest daughters would be, which would be like, are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? First of all, the tank looks like trash. The fish is trying to jump out because the water is gray. Second of all, why are you acting like you're 4 years old?
This tank again.
Gosh, Jaden, I get you miss swimming, dude, but this is ridiculous. Get out of the tank.
When I was the age of this dummy, if I had done that, my dad didn't have any aquariums, but if I had done that, my dad would have walked up and would have looked into the tank like this. He wouldn't have had to say a word. This is one of the problems. Now, listen, okay, I understand. I'm old school, all that. I'm not going to be one of those get off my lawn guys, but this is obviously set up. I mean, the dad had to have known that this was going to happen. He's supporting his young boy and his trying to be famous on social media. The video's silly. It's zany. I'm probably looking into it a little bit too much, but you know, this is one of the problems with our world today. You don't walk in the room and say, listen, I get it, sweetheart. I get it. You miss swimming, but get out of the tank. No, you pull him out of the tank and you make sure he never goes in it again. I'm not saying abuse kids. I never abused one of mine. Never even had to hit any of them. But, oh, I wanted to, but I didn't. And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, make them realize you're being an idiot. You're making a fool of yourself, and get out of my damn tank. What's wrong with you? Seeds? Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know what kind of plant that is, but it's nice. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. You know what? This is one of those scenarios where you've got some artistic person that puts this stupid little thing together, and it probably has millions of views. I didn't look it up, but people freaked out in the comments. We will look at a few of them, but I don't think these people are keeping these fish. There's like 12 fish in there. I don't think they're keeping them in this stupid little thing. This was put together specifically for this video. I hope the fish aren't staying in there. It's not even all that attractive. If I'm being honest with you, the fish are the worst part. The cylinder with the little plants in it, that's actually really nice looking. And that would be fine on its own. Why they screwed it up with a bunch of dumb glowfish and stuff like that is beside me, or beyond me. But of course, in the comments, we get fun comments like this. That's a perfect beta tank. You and my wife will never get along. NASCAR Kyle Busch fan. I like Kyle Busch too. Never touch a pet fish ever again. You clearly do not research to have a pet fish. A minimum for fish is a 5 to 10 gallon tank. No, that's not true. There's fish that can be in tanks smaller than that. But I do agree this person should never touch fish again. And yeah, I agree with that part. And I agree with you being a Kyle Busch fan. We could be good friends. And Diego Santiago says, muy poco espacio para los peces, which translates to a whale's vagina. I'm kidding, of course. It says too little space for fish.
Okay, you guys want the flush? Here you go. So here's the back of the tank. This is the water that flushes. And here's the front of the tank. And it'll make the illusion like the fish are flying. See that?
Oh my God, they're flying. Wow.
But yeah, they don't get freaked out at all anymore. They did. I will say they did at first, but yeah, they're used to it now.
You know, ridiculous, silly, stupid, something to get attention. Not really my style. I'm not into that. I prefer to have fish in front of me as I'm doing what needs to be done in that situation. But I did notice that the gentleman there has one of those bidets, which I dream of having one of those one day, and a squatty potty. So that guy really takes the activities that are going on in that room very seriously, and I commend him for wanting to have fish involved in all of that. But in the comments, people would disagree with me in a big way. Who designed this, and why did they think it was a good idea? It was a good idea because people will buy stupid things and put it on their toilets, and it'll be a thing that they can talk about. I don't know. How many of these do you think sold? I bet you a lot of them. Millions? Probably not, but I bet you they sold a few. No hate, but guppies are schooling fish. Shouldn't be kept in groups smaller than 6 fish, with give gallons for every 3 fish. I think they meant 5 gallons. You know, there's always one. There's always going to be one comment where somebody comes in and just spoils everything. This is one of those people. Nova just has to come in and ruin it for everybody. Yeah, I mean, guppies do like to be in groups, but come on, don't be that person. Animal abuse isn't awesome, my guy. Those fish are clearly freaking out. Are they though? I'm looking at it here, and they're like, whatever. I don't see them freaking out. I see them sitting there, and the water goes down, and they're just sitting there like nothing's happening. I don't know. Why didn't they put some kind of background on there? That's kind of dumb to be seeing all of the guts and all of that stuff in the back. That just seems kind of silly. Bro is torturing the fish. Imagine the fish minding their own business, then boom, butt cheeks. This tank is too small for the fish, though. You know what? Listen. It's probably like 2 inches by however many inches. Is it too small? Yeah. Would I put guppies in a pleco in there? No, I wouldn't. Would I do this? No, I wouldn't do that either. But I definitely agree with Kusto, whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, it is pretty traumatic. I know for me, maybe when Lisa goes to maybe not, but for me, when I come in there and I come down, those fish are going to be terrified, and they're never going to be the same again. So I totally get it. So they have to watch you take a fat dookie. Hey, you know how almost every YouTuber now is saying, let me take an opportunity to thank today's video sponsor. And then they read you like a 2-minute long ad read for some stupid company that they know nothing about. I refuse to do that. If you ever see me do that, it's because I am super desperate. But what I will do is say, hey, listen, if you're entertained by this channel, if you appreciate what we're doing and you want to support the channel, check out our website, keepfishkeeping.com. We have everything that you're going to need for your aquarium, live plants, live betas, live snails, and all of the fish food, chemicals, and equipment you could ever need. You want to support the channel? Check that out. Order from us. We'll send it all right out to you. Yeah, I remember this one. I had to take the audio out of it because it had that I Remember When song playing in the background. It says, remembering the time I cried about the dirty aquarium in a shop and made the owner clean it in front of me. There she is. She's singing. And it said, wait for it. And it's her holding a couple of turtles. I don't know. I don't get it. But I can tell you this. I used to own a store. Maybe this is one of the reasons why I don't own it anymore. But if some broad walked in the door and cried and said, you need to clean this tank in front of me right now, I'd tell that chick to kick rocks. I'd be like, beat it, lady. I don't need these sensitive little snowflakes like you in here. Sometimes the tanks get dirty. Get out of here with your nonsense. Clean this tank in front of me right now. What world do we live in where people have that kind of power? Hey, beat it. I'm not cleaning this tank. Sometimes tanks get dirty, and your tears are not going to change that.
Today I'm transferring my house into a fish tank.
Transferring my house into a fish tank? You're taking your house and putting it into a fish tank?
That's right, I'll be filling my entire house with thousands of gallons of water in some of the most insane ways possible. Starting with the sink. We're just gonna leave that running, let's go. I have an entire...
Sinks and bathtubs have what are called overflows. And their purpose is if the water gets too high, it overflows into the drain to help with not overflowing. If the drain is clogged enough, then that won't be a thing. But in the case of pulling up the little stopper, it's not going to overflow that way. But anyway, makes for good videos.
Still not filling that fast, so I think we should...
I really like his haircut. My oldest son had that haircut when he was 13.
The house is about a quarter of the way filled. We still have the entire basement and upstairs before we add the fish. Seeing my...
Don't panic. He just said before we add the fish, don't panic. This has a happy ending, I promise. It's the whole reason why I included it in this. Okay, listen, I'm on to you, Matthew Beam. So here's the deal, folks. That pipe that he so dramatically hit and then overreacted when it started spewing water, that would be a drain pipe, Matthew. And if this was real and you hit that and water started spewing out of it, that wouldn't be the kind of water that you'd want to be standing in. I'm just saying.
It's so cold!
Gross. That was a 3-inch drain pipe made for certain types of things that go down the drain. Ew.
To see what kind of damages we have to assess. The sinks.
Okay, listen. The first time I watched this, I got to be honest. I have watched this before. The first time I watched this, it immediately jumped out at me. How are the lights still on? Wouldn't they be standing in water that is now electrocuted because the electricity is now underwater?
So
Is that how all YouTubers laugh?
Robofish are swimming into my cabinets.
They're so cute. Look at them.
We're gonna have to go.
Okay. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I included this. I'm going to tell you right now what this is. Matthew Beam, that is a 5 million subscriber channel. That video had 20 million views. When I saw it pop up in my feed, I said, oh, this could be a problem. Because what I envisioned was them filling up a house with water and then putting fish in it. And oh no, the world is going to go absolutely crazy when we see fish that are in there and they're swimming around with them and all this kind of stuff. But what I found was actually quite refreshing. What I found, this is the first time I had ever seen this channel before, which surprises me because it has 5 million subscribers. What I found was they did the right thing. They did the right thing. They put the little robotic fish in there. That is very cool. I'm so glad they didn't put real fish. I didn't include the whole video in here because that would be a problem. But if you watch that video, and I suggest you do, you'll see that it was little robotic AI fish and they swim around and it's adorable. But they did, but while building suspense in the video, they did visit a pet store and it looked like they were going to actually buy fish. They were shopping around for them and stuff like that. But I was very, very glad to see that they didn't use real fish in here. They used the robot ones. Nice move there. And I'm going to tell you here, the whole reason why I'm including this is because this video, ladies and gentlemen, is a masterclass in how to make an entertaining YouTube video. And I'm talking, this is possibly at genius YouTube level. Is it for me? No, because it's over the top. Everything, every reaction is like, oh my my God, and everybody's freaking out, and they're diving and doing cannonballs, and it's just madness. It's too much for me. But they built, spoiler alert, you're not supposed to know this, but I figured it out because I'm an old man and I have common sense. They built a set to do this in. This was not the guy's house. All you got to do is look around for a little bit and you'll realize this is not a house that anybody's living in. There's no windows. The walls are all OSB particle board. You're not going to put that in a shower. You're not going to break a drain and have water start coming out and put your head in it unless you're one of those weirdos. You're not going to do that. There's no electrical outlets on the bottom. Remember I asked that question? This is obviously a set that was built. They went to a yard sale and bought a bunch of old, nasty furniture that nobody would ever want to use, probably broken TVs. They set this whole thing up to do that, and it made for a really good story, a very entertaining video, and 20 million people have watched it. So like I said, it is a masterclass in video making. Is it another Mr. Beast clone? I don't know, because this channel might have been around before Mr. Beast was. I don't know, but it is that content that's made for the younger generation where everything is over the top, super fast editing, very good storytelling, suspense, drama, comedy, all of it. And at the end of the day, that makes for a video that gets 20 million views. So bravo to you, Matthew Beam. Not really my type of video that I'd like to watch, but a masterclass in making a video. I watched it because I was afraid I was going to see fish get abused for the sake of entertainment, but they were not. You did the right thing, Matthew Beam. You certainly don't need my approval or my advice, but you did the right thing here, and it made for a fun video. So there you go. Lots and lots of tomfoolery happening around the internet. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more of this kind of thing, if you have videos that you would like to suggest that I look at and give my reaction to, send them over to KGTropicals@gmail.com. I don't know. There might be more out there that need my input. And there's plenty of tomfoolery happening around the internet. So send them to me. Maybe we'll do this again. It'll be as fun as this one. Maybe even more fun. I don't know. I had a good time. Thanks for watching.